Good Saturday morning, January 28th, 2023. Baseball pitching matchups. Who's greater? Bob Feller, Lefty Grove. Similar careers. Feller pitched 18 years, but missed 3 years for the military. Did you know he started in 1936? At 17 years old, Bob Feller. But then he went 3 years in the military, 1942, 43, and 44. He was 23, 24, and 25 years old. Prime years. He pitches those years, he probably gets 20 wins a season. That's another 60 victories. He ended up with 266 victories. Add the 60 for those 3 years he missed, he would have had 326, right? 326 victories. Feel sorry for Feller there. Lefty Grove, he won 300 games. But did you know that Lefty Grove, he started in 1925. He started at age 25 years old. Feller was 17 when he started. That's a difference of 8 years. If Lefty Grove starts at 17, how many more victories he would have had? Because those would be prime years. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25. Wow, but he ends up with 300 victories because he pitched until he was 41 years old. So these two guys, I'm matching them up because they're similar. Feller and Grove. Feller wins 266 in his career. Grove 300 on the nose. Innings. Feller 3,800. Grove 3,900. See, difference of 100 innings. So very similar. Strikeouts. Career. 2,500 for Feller. 2,200 for Grove. Difference of 300 there. Complete games. Feller 279. Grove 298. Very close. Game started. Grove 457. Feller 484. Feller more games started. In a season, game started in a season, Feller had a high of 42. Grove 37. Shutouts. Feller had 44. Grove 35. Shutouts in a season. The high for Feller was 10. The high for Grove 6. Wins in a season. The high for Feller 27. The high for Grove 31. Innings in a season. The high for Feller 371. The high for Grove 291. Feller pitches more innings in a season. Strikeouts. Feller had 348 one year. That's a lot. The most for Grove was 291. ERA season. No, ERA career. Grove, career ERA, 3.06. Feller, 3.25. It's more. A little surprised by that one. ERA in a season, the best for Grove, 2.06 for a season. Feller, 2.18. Saves. Let's see. Grove had 54 in his career. Feller only 22. And the winning percentage, this is interesting. Grove, 680. Feller, 621. These guys are very close, similar stats. But here's the question I want to ask everybody. Who's greater and who would you take? Career record for Bob Feller, 266, 162 losses. Grove, 300 wins, 141 losses. So they both have basically the same number of starts, but Grove has less losses. Interesting. Feller has more career strikeouts, but Grove has a better winning percentage. Here's another way to determine who you're going to pick. Let's look at the walks. How many walks did Bob Feller give up? 1,764. Grove, 1,187. It's a difference of 600 walks. Feller issued more walks than Grove. Same number of starts. But again, Feller has more strikeouts than Grove. All right, how about this? Home runs. No, hits. How many hits did Feller give up? 3,271. Grove, 3,800. So Grove gave up more hits, even though he issued less walks. How about home runs? I always look at this one. How many home runs, gopher balls, did Feller give up? 224. How about Grove? 162. Feller gives up more home runs than Grove. Hit by the pitch. How many batters did Feller hit? 60. Grove, 42. 42. Feller hit more batters than Lefty Grove. This is a hard one. Who's greater and who do you take? Feller has 3 no-hitters. Feller starts at age 17. And he pitches until he's 37. But misses 3 years in the military prime. Grove starts at 25 years old and pitches till 41. Gets 300 victories and has less defeats, even though they both have the same number of games started. Feller started 484. Grove started 457. That is a difference of about 25. Feller, 25 more starts, but only gets 266 more wins. So you have to say that in the overall scheme, Grove would have had more victories than Bob Feller. But Feller has more strikeouts, but Grove has a better winning percentage. Feller issues more walks, but did I get this one right? Yes. Grove gives up more hits. This is really close. It's a pick'em. I like the 3 no-hitters for Feller. One of them was an opening day no-hitter. And how about 17 strikeouts in a game? I think did he have 18? I know he had 17 one game. I think he may have had 18 strikeouts in one game. Grove is not the strikeout pitcher. Because one year, Feller had 348, and the highest for Grove in a season, 209. That's a difference of about 140. Would you say that Feller is tougher to hit or Lefty Grove? Grove has a better winning percentage. I don't know who to pick here. Who do you pick? And who's greater? This is a hard one. But I like doing these matchups. Lefty Grove, or you have Game 7 of the World Series. Do you take Lefty Grove or Bob Feller? Remember, Feller gives up more hits than Grove. I'm having a hard time because you always got to pick one. You can't just say, well, I'll take both of them. Obviously, you take both. But for this video and for these matchups, you got to pick one over the other. Lefty Grove or Bob Feller. This is a flip the coin one. I've got a penny here. I'm going to flip the coin. Heads, Bob Feller. Tails, Lefty Grove. And that's who I'm going to go with. Because I don't know who to pick right here. They're so close. Game started. One pitcher has the advantage over the other in certain categories, but which category do you place the most emphasis on? If you're going to go winning percentage, you got to go Grove. If you're going to go strikeouts, you got to go Feller. If you're going to go no hitters, you got to go Feller. But if you're going to go giving up hits, Bob Feller gave up 3,271 hits. Lefty Grove gave up 3,800. But Feller gave up 1,700 walks, where Grove only 1,100 walks. See, control. Less walks for Grove than Feller. Feller has more walks, but Feller has more strikeouts. This is a hard one. All right, I'm going to do the flip the coin. I said heads for Bob Feller, and if it lands on heads, I'm going with Bob Feller. If it lands on tails, I'm going with Lefty Grove. Here goes. Tails. I'm going with Lefty Grove. Who do you pick? Great matchup. Bob Feller, Lefty Grove. Who's greater? You got to go with Lefty Grove. Why? The winning percentage. He had 300 wins and only 141 losses. Feller, 266 wins, 162 losses. More losses, but they both have the same number of games started, roughly. So I'll go Lefty Grove. Thanks for watching. We'll do another pitcher matchup. I like to get the ones that have similar stats, and then we see who is greater. Thanks for watching. I'm out.